Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Coffee and a Camera. Live stream number 114. 114 live streams. I'm glad you're here. Hope everybody's having a Fandango Sunday. Unless you're, I think it's Sunday for everybody. I know we're in all kinds of crazy time zones, but you'd have to be in another hemisphere to be like Monday already. Might be getting close. Blueberry shortcake coffee. How's everybody doing? Let's see who we got with us today. There's Radio's number one. You just earned the number one crown. Angus McNaughton is here. How are you, sir? And of course, Mr. Jim Cahill is here. Hello, everyone. Radio says, so you get anything? Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. You check your email, Radios. I emailed you right before the live stream. All your results are done. They're uploaded. We'll talk. Something's happening. Your camera's scratching film and a lot of underexposure. What am I trying to say? Overlapping frames a little bit. You'll see that more when I send the negatives back. But this stuff here, this Shanghai stuff, I wouldn't get that again. I almost feel like they repackaged old film because it is rough. Most of it would come out pretty rough. I'm gonna be honest with you. Most of it is pretty rough. Piper's playing school, so she's got her high heel shoes on and she's tiptoeing right now. All right, let's see. There's CISO. How are you, buddy? Bonnie, 30 seconds early. Finally shot a regular 8 film this week. Woohoo! Hey, Jason, how are you? Completely blew out your rear tire. Hope you managed to get pulled over safely. Hey, Matthew, how are you, buddy? There's Mr. Sean over at mysterious West Virginia. Recovering from flu, so pretty sluggish still. Pass around packed. Received. Yes. So that pass around project's doing pretty well. I feel like our buddy Mysterious there, Sean, I think he is participant number 4, I believe. And then from there, it goes to my good buddy Dave Knopp in Ohio, who I actually texted with a little bit today, so he better pop in, because I know he's just snowed in up there. So it's going well. I'm number 11. I'm the last person, so we're on number 4 now. So, we all knew it was going to take a while. We're sending a roll of film all over the country. One roll. So this is going to be fun. Hey, Mike, how are you first? Almost. About 11th. Who's that? Pete Morton. How are you, Pete? Hey, not been here for a while. Where is he? Oh, I was making my coffee. I actually really am brewing coffee sometimes. And I did it different. I usually use a Keurig. And I pour my own little coffee into the little Keurig cups, because I like different blends. This time I actually used a percolator in it. It took a little while. Nope, not number 1. Jason the Stooge. Ouch, I know. Oh, I hate car trouble. Hey, Barry, how are you, buddy? All nice in the low 70s in Fort Lauderdale. We are in the mid 60s right now. Central Florida. Hey, there's Jack. How are you, buddy? Super Cinny is here. Super Cinny, that's a neat little solution. I just saw your email right before I popped on here. And Super Cinny sent me an email showing to use the UMIG Mini 5, I believe it is, camera. Jim Cahill may already know this trick or may not. But there's a, for the Beaulieu's 4008s that have that wonky little tiny handle, you can buy and Jim sent me one, which helps a lot, a little handle extension that screws into the bottom. But Super Cine was able to find a kind of a neat little solution I'll just show a picture of the solution. Let me see if you guys see this camera. It's probably hard to see, but let me see if that's working. Ooh, yes, it is. Look at that. It just snugly fits right under the bottom. Nice solution of the Boo 4008. Nice, nice, nice. Thank you for sending that over. That's a great idea. Now to just get one, I mean, you got to get the camera. Oh, and this is it without it, as we all usually, it's hard to hold on to. Those are tricky. Those are tricky, and that comes from the UMIG Mini 5. Yeah, I know it's not pronounced UMIG, but that's how I pronounce it. Heidi, hi, cats and kittens. I use my grandpa's Kodak Brownie 8 and the Emdeco EM5000. Phew. I'm telling you, well, you'll see radios. Just look at your email. All the photos are there. You need to develop and split. Yes, develop and split your own. That's fun. Hey, Jeffrey, funny. Now I just casually waltz in. Seems I am never too late. I could just see you strutting in. Hey, Jeffrey's here. We can start the party now. I'll let Mike take care of that. Hey, there's Butch. How are you, buddy? From sunny Arcadia, California. I almost said Arcadia, Florida. I just did another Cameraman Mike's sound film. Now, it'll be a while before I show it, but just extracted the audio from it. It was the last. This is crazy to say. It's the last Ektachrome 160 sound cartridge in the Cameraman Mike sound film box set that I have. I just developed it, and I just extracted the audio. I haven't done a found film on it yet because all of February is already done and uploaded. So the next 3 found films are already up. So it's going to have to be at least after that. It'll be the one after that. Probably the first one in March. But there's music playing. So I don't know if I'm going to get stricken because maybe, sometimes when people play music in their sound films, it's happened to me before on, I think, a Cameraman Mike. It was actually a marching band playing, like a school marching band, and I got a strike against me, a copyright strike, because what the song they were playing was a copyrighted song. Anyway, we'll deal with that later, but 21 degrees with wind chill of 16 here in central Maryland. Was 10 degrees colder and even windier yesterday. Wow. Wow. Hey, there's Lyle. How are you, Spraders and all? Yes, y'all. Speaking of my Spraders, members only live stream. It's not for another few days, couple weeks. And I will remind everybody in the next couple of live streams. But we're having a members only live stream, and I'm thinking, I already tried this cable. I ordered this cable on Amazon. You can see I didn't even take the original little wire ties off of it. I just tried it using this. I tried connecting this camera to this laptop so that I could still have this one going. And I was going to run this camera into the kitchen so that we could, on the members only live stream, maybe develop an entire roll of film live. But this didn't work. The camera works fine. It's hey, how are you today? The camera works great. But when I put this, I have a feeling this is probably like USB 2. It's black. The little plastic in there is black. And I think, is it the black that's 2 and the blue that's 3? I don't know. Anyway, it didn't work. Piper says hi. She's going to sneak in. You got new shoes, didn't you? Yeah. So anyway, we're going to try to live stream developing a roll of film. And there's Piper. You know what? You're getting almost too tall. She's getting tall. And look, used to be you would come down to about here and everybody could see you just fine. And next year, you're going to have to scooch down, aren't you? Like Sissy. When Sissy's here, it's up to here, right?
Like up to the light.
Yeah, but now, I mean, you're already, look at your head. It's right at the top. And you got your belly work. And you got, you're going to show them your new shoes. She got new shoes. Look at those Converse. Oh, yeah, baby. They look pretty cool. That's the camera right there.
I was trying it out. I was just trying them out.
Are you still playing school?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you the teacher? Right.
My little microphone.
Oh, nice.
Like.
All right, I'm going to tell them when the next live stream. Members only live stream. Do you want to tell them when it is, Piper? Right there.
It's Thursday, February the 26th.
Thursday, February the 26th. It's right at the end of February. And then we'll probably end up doing March's members only live stream the end of March, because we'll be gone for about 10 days in March. So it will be the end of March. So it'll work out fine. Anyway, let's scroll down, Piper. Look at how far behind I am. See, this is where I'm at. Now look at the chat. I saw Dave Knopp. See, you can tell his smiley face. There he is. It's cold. So look. Boom, 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 boom. She gets so excited when everybody says hi. Oh! Jeffrey says 6'7". Always falls during those 10 days. You're a spring break baby. Everybody saying hi, Piper. Hey, who's that? You know who that is?
No.
That's your Uncle Jimmy. That's Charlie. Say hi, Charlie. Say it right there.
Hi, Charlie.
Say hi, Uncle Jimmy.
Hi, Uncle Jimmy.
Mike says hi, Piper. Dana says hi, Piper. Charlie says, how are you, Piper?
I'm good.
The lomography stuff was taken with that 110-year-old folding brownie, but that camera had 1, 2, 3, 4 as the f-stop. Some of them, I'm telling you, well, look at them, radios. You'll see what I'm talking about. There's quite a few issues with those. Some of it honestly looks like the film, because it just, I mean, the backing paper showing through on some of the photos where it was bleeding in. You can see the frame number. Hey, Jimmy, doing good, buddy. Hope you're good. We got to get together. So there's a lot of issues with some of this film. I don't know what happened, but there's a few good pictures in there. And you just look at the different. I have everything labeled for you. Piper, will you go grab that little stack next to those blue round things? See that stack of all those zip bags?
Yeah.
And I want to show radios his.
Right here?
Uh-huh. Just grab that whole stack. Thank you. Thank you, honey. So radios, this is yours, and I'll be sending all this back to you. But I have all of your negatives right here, and I have them labeled. I individually labeled each of the bags. Like that's the Shanghai GP3 127 film roll number 2, roll number 1, and there's your 620 Shanghai, your Cats film. The Cats film almost came out as good as the Shanghai. And then your 2 Earl Greys, which are interesting. There's all kinds of different frame sizes. There's some overlapping. There's a lot of scratches on the film. There's even like, well, I expected it on the Cats film. Some of the backing paper got stuck just a tiny bit. So you'll see one of the photos has backing paper. One has some weird, like, it looks like water spots, but it's not. It's like a dripping. Anyway. I'm going to send you the negatives. Just look at your negatives when I send them back to you. So, can they both be loose? Oh, you're talking about the cable, Lyle. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the cable, but I do want to try that. I want to try. I'm going to order another one. We already did a return, so I'm going to send this one back, and I'm going to order another one, and I'm not going to give up. I have several rolls of Shanghai in the fridge. Well, I don't know. It's China film, and I don't know if by chance they're just repackaging junk film or what they're doing. Bye, sweetheart. I really don't know, what that film is. I know it's a very contrasty film. It is a true black and white film. It used to be pretty inexpensive. I think it's gotten kind of expensive again, but not again, but now it's kind of expensive. I bought another Super 8 camera, decided 3 times is the charm. This time I went Kodak, wish me luck. If not, I have another dust collector that looks good. Kodak, yeah, but is it the Kodak $5,500 camera? Which Kodak did you get, Jeffrey? You didn't get one of those little smooshy ones that you hold like that, did you? I mean, if it works, that's great, but those little, like the XL cameras. Whew, those are tough to find. Yes, thank you, Mike. Hit the thumb button. Oh, what did Butch say? Silver Horse, you get the fickle finger of fate award. Hey, Don, how are you, buddy? Oh, man. I'm excited. Frozen, Massachusetts, 5 degrees Fahrenheit. That's crazy. Wow. Serious coffee. All right, let me scroll down. I may have missed a few chats, but let me scroll. Hey, Katie, how are you? Good to see you. Piper the PA. You know, she wants to make. She came to me the other day and she goes, "Dad, can we make a horror movie?" Dave Knopp special. Dave made this shirt for me, Knopp Top, based on some stupid thing that I said in one of my videos a few years ago, that I was a horror film buff or a fanatic or buff nat. He caught that and he made this. Look at it. It's a camera. You're holding the trigger, but it also kind of looks like an axe. Filmboy24, horror film buff fanatic. So yeah, Piper wants to make a horror film. My other daughter said she would like to get involved in helping. La da dee 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 dee. La da da da. La da da da. Always cover the frame window when you don't need to check it. Light can burn through the paper, and boy did it. Yeah, I was surprised at that Cats film. That old panchromatic film, that's some old German stuff. Very generic. The Gavert or something like that brand, I believe, is what that was. And that's old. 50s and 60s. Holds up well. Real well. I've done some of that before. It could have. That's not a. You might be exactly right, Lyle. The X-Ray may have done that. I didn't even think of that, but yes, X-Ray could have very well cooked that film. But there are, as you dig through those radios, look, a lot of them have some like the horizontal like scratches, or were they horizontal or vertical? I don't remember, but in the same place too on some of the frames. You may have, hey, Southern Slides, how are you? You may have answered this before, but what scanner do you typically use to scan your Super 8 and regular 8 film that you feature in your videos? So I have answered, but not what I use. And let me see if I have a photo for you. I'll tell you, and the now defunct company is called Movie Stuff. They were around for about 25 years, and sorry, I'm trying to find, I used to have a photo that I kept of it. They were around for 25 years, and I've had everything just about once they started making their frame-by-frame scanners, their Retro series. So I had the Retro 8, which was only good for 8mm and Super 8, and I recently got rid of that. Then I got their 2K model, and it scanned 8, Super 8, and 16mm. I still currently have that one. And I then, in the last about 3 years, I've been using their 4K model, which is and I don't have the photo, but it's the RetroScan Universal Mark II 4K scanner. And I used to keep a photo of it, but I don't have it. I'm sorry. But if I think about it, I'll put it back on here, and then I will pull that up. Oh, I just messed up my chat screen here, and I'll put it back on here, and then maybe for next week I'll show it. Or you can just look up. It's the Movie Stuff, one word, RetroScan Universal Mark II. It does a fair job. It's not perfect. It's not by no means like you can't compete with like a Laser Graphics or something like that, but it's what I could afford at the time, and it was a little costly. I say I could afford it. I saved for a long time to get it. And now they're out of business now. I'll tell you, I got a kind of a deal on it, but for everything, it'll scan 8, Super 8, 16, and 35mm movie film. I paid just under $8,000 for it. Hey, Christian, how are you, buddy? Hello, Piper. What kind of music are you listening to? She listens to, she likes Taylor Swift. She likes Sabrina Carpenter. She likes that kind of pop music. I'll cover, yeah, you got to cover the window. And you can even use it just to peek in and see what number you're on or to find the next frame, you know. Rom, how are you? Woo! Definitely use USB 3 plus cable extension. Look for one of the ones with the metal braided outer jacket. I had them work to 50 feet. Yeah, this is a 20, it's weird, like 26.4 feet. And I plugged it in and the computer just said, you know, the USB device you just plugged in is not recognized. So, worthless to me. If it's not going to work, I'm not going to keep it, you know. They're doing good, Charlie. Definitely use, yes. My horror film would be me trying to find and buy a working Super 8 camera. Hey, Piper, they want to know what kind of music you listen to. What's your favorite music?
Like, what do you mean, like my favorite song?
What's your favorite singer? Well, do you still like what is the movie you like and the singers in it? The movie, the movie you always, the Hunters,
K-pop.
K-pop Demon Hunters. You like their music.
But my favorite singer is Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift is your favorite, yeah. That's right, Dana. Gavert, it's Agfa, old Agfa.
But I have a different favorite song.
What is it?
It's a song called Ascendio.
Ascendio?
Yeah.
See, some of the younger people in my crowd might know that song, but I don't know it. Do you know who sings it? No. Ascendio.
But it's a really good song.
It was Belgian. That's exactly right. Who said that? Jeffrey Feingold. How are you, buddy? That's right. It's Belgian. And it even says that on the... it doesn't say Gavert or however you pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce it. It just says Panchromatic, made in Belgium. And that's what I assumed it probably was that old Agfa Gavert that became Agfa or bought out by Agfa. You have some of that in the fridge too, Mike. Can Elite Chrome circa 2010 be developed to a black and white? Just about every film can be done in black and white negative, save for a couple. FOMA 100 reversal, I believe it's FOMA 100 reversal, is nearly impossible to make into a negative. Just about every film, I don't know specifically that one, Sean, if that one specifically can be done as a black and white negative, but I'd be very surprised if it could not. But I'd have to look into that. What was your first blown tire experience like? Oh boy. It's been a long time. Got our big road trip coming up next month, but it's been a long time. I honestly can't remember. I've been driving so long, but I've never had it happen, you know, in a bad, dangerous like situation. It's been like in a city, you know, where it wasn't like on the interstate or something like that. Southern Slide says, everything 16 millimeter I've shot on my channel so far has been scanned with a laser graphics, but I just acquired a lot of Super 8 home movies, so I'm thinking of building a T-Scan 8 to try and digitize it. Those are good little scanners. They're good little scanners, and there's already that open source software for them, you know, the capture software. They're slow, but from what I've seen, those little Raspberry Pi cameras are not bad at all. And I would strongly support anybody that decided to do that. I mean, I think that's a great idea. I've even toyed with the idea of making one just for gits and shiggles. Hey, Abel, how are you, buddy? It's good to see you. Oh, do not test it while looped up. Induction between the loops will cause issues. Are you talking about this? What do you mean when it's looped up? Are you talking about this, Dana? Rom says, glad to catch a stream for once. Planning to burn another 25-foot test roll in the K3. Yes, K3 25. That's the way to do it. Don't burn the whole 100 feet or whatever you have. Do it in little pieces. Yes, that's what I like to do too. Well, I'm glad you're here. We have a good crowd today. There's almost 40 people in here. Hey, Christian says K-pop Demon Hunters. You know them. Has Piper ever listened to the Doobie Brothers? Listen to the music. I actually like the Doobie Brothers. I don't think, you know what, she has only a couple songs because I make her listen to it sometimes. Indiana, Charlie. Mike used to educate his kids on the good tunes from the 70s, and I do. I actually was getting them into the 80s. My oldest daughter was into the 80s up till she was about Piper's age. Then they start veering off with their friends and getting into their own music. But Piper and Katerina, my oldest, does like some 80s music. That's my favorite. I like a lot of 70s, but a lot more 80s. I like Fleetwood Mac is one of my favorite bands of all time. The Eagles, but I also love U2. It's one of my faves. You know, the Police, the Cars. You know, those fun, the British bands. One thing I know I'm going to do is work with them 127 cams more since I know they work fine. Get on it. Speaking of Jim Bricky, that would be awesome. I'm afraid the kids don't listen to the good. No, they don't, Christian. They do not. Soda Pop. Piper. You know the song Soda Pop? Yeah, she goes, yeah. Honestly, I only remember my first blowout because it was on my first date with my wife of 16 years, so it worked out. Oh boy. Do not test the USB cables when they are looped up. Oh, you mean looped up, like this, like wound. Does it interfere with them somehow, Angus? Is that what you mean? Okay, well that's what I did. I didn't even unwind it, but I can. And then cancel the return if it works. Anybody know anything about that Elmo projectors that are Telesin optical scanners? For 16 millimeter with an HD camera to capture, they're like 2,500 to 2,800. Some even have a DVD burner. I have seen those, Cecil, on eBay. I will tell you this, before, hey, how are you, Rich? Before I got any of my movie stuff scanners, well, I was using like Wolverines and stuff, but which for what we do and just enjoy the art of film, those were fine, but I wanted better and better, and I still want better now. I want bigger and better now, but I was watching a video on YouTube. I'll have to dig it up. If you're interested, email me and I'll send you the link to it. It was cool. He had just like a Sony 4K actual video camera. He even put the model in there. You know, you can buy the little handy cams, but it was the 4K version, not the cheapo 4K. They look like the Sony handy cams and they're just the China-made ones. Those won't work. He had a real Sony Handycam 4K digital and an Akai 16 millimeter projector that he completely retrofitted. It was with easy mods for Telecine, and he showed some results and they looked fantastic. Fantastic. And that's what I started working on before I finally got my 2K scanner. And I ended up messing up my projector, my Akai projector. And in the long run, I think it just sat, and I just got rid of it. But I cut the bulb out of it and put the LED bulb in, and it kept blowing. I don't know what I was doing wrong, but it involves like a little regulator device that you put into the inline to adjust the speed of it and things like that because of your shutter, to get the lines out of there. A little bit of adjustment, but man, it was so cool. What a fool believes. 35 people, but only 14 likes? Is that seriously the truth? You were binging Pink Floyd. And you're a young fella, Jason, and look at that, Pink Floyd. I love that. Blackwater. China Groove. Ooh, China Groove. Come to Michigan sometime. Maybe one of these days. Saturday in the park. Yes, the Rumors album. Amazing. Definitely their best. Yeah, radios. I did. I noticed some of those phonographs that is that a tube TV, like the round 50s TV? That thing was wicked. The Wall is a good one. Yeah, man. Loop cables cause problems. Well, then you know what? Before I send it back, I'm going to undo it and I'm going to try it again. I can't do it while I'm on here because it'll make me restart the software, and I'm not going to do that. For FOMA R100, what is the best way? That's the one I was thinking of that doesn't develop as negative. What's the best way to develop it? Do you get proper developing results if you send it to a Cinelab for the regular being in black and white reversal process, or does it need special FOMA process? No, you just need to have a lab that's done it before, because I think it's just a tad different timing. You know, different black and white films and different speeds require different times, and maybe they just can adjust their dilution of their developer. But you need to send it to a lab that's done that specific film before, and most of the big labs have. But I don't do R100 just because it does not develop as a negative. But there are labs, definitely like some labs that can do it. If we have updates on your Elmo 3600 stills project, it's still over here. If that's what you mean by stills, it's stills here. I haven't really done any photos yet. Well, not yet. I've done quite a few. But still, I'm stuck at about 200 photos. I've only got about 3,400 to go. Hey, there's Polly. How are you, buddy? Yes, it has to be done as a reversal. Radios. What is the 1900 music? Yeah, ooh, oldies. Yeah, I've seen those on eBay. Silver base anti-halation layer. Yeah, and that just doesn't, it's got to be reverse bleach. It's got to be bleached out. You're right. Cinelab did a good work for me with FomaPan. You can develop it. Yeah, it's like 80 or 90 bucks for the kit. I've seen that, Cecil, and I didn't do enough of it to warrant getting that kit, so I never got it. Needs a 10-minute first developer. Works well with Ilford method. Very soft emulsion. Slow. That's the ones I was asking about. Seen some FomaPan 116 on YouTube. Amazing. It's gorgeous film. I just absolutely love the slower speed FomaPan stuff. It's starting to buffer. Sorry, Jim. That might be your end. I don't know. Let me look at the stream over here. Uh-oh, am I stuck? You guys will have to tell me if the stream gets stuck. I am hardwired in. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully it clears up. Is Tri-X 16mm 100 foot worth the money, or should I go for FomaPan? Hey, David. I like Tri-X. It's grainy. A lot grainier than FomaPan, but it holds up well. I did not, Jason. Buffer, okay. Tri-X, in my experience, is better, shorter. Buffering at your end, so okay, video got stuck, audio is fine. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's up with the video. I really don't. I would say that's probably on my end. This is one of the things we have to deal with sometimes with live streams. We're at the mercy of the internet. As long as the audio's okay, you guys don't really need to see me, right? Lots of buffering. Hopefully it works itself out. I am hardwired in over here. Hey, it could be worse. That's true. Yeah, it's probably gonna, the audio still works fine. Okay. Well, it's probably gonna end up buffering for a bit, and maybe it'll clear itself up, hopefully. If it does clear up, you guys let me know. It's looking on the YouTube side of things like it's hit and miss. Oh, it's fixed now. Hopefully it stays. Nope, it's not. Okay. It'll go in and out, probably, Jeffrey. I apologize, guys. I've got a blog post on BW reversal, black and white reversal on my site, if you can be bothered to read through it. I think anyone could be bothered to read through it. Yes. Is Piper downloading Demon Hunter? Well, the funny thing is, we have the best internet we can get here, our local cable, and we pay for it. You know, the best speeds. I don't know what it is. But everybody's always on their devices and always on something. I have a 55 to 210 cam I got from someone off Marketplace. The bayonet mount ring is bent. It won't snap into the camera. I think you mean lens, right? Yeah. It won't snap into the camera. Any idea? Well, you may have to just get, oh man, that's going to be tough. I was going to say try to find a replacement mount. Sometimes just the mount itself will unscrew off of there, but I don't know specifically on that lens. But you might have to just send it, if it was worth it to you, you might have to send it to somebody for a repair. Because it sounds like if it's just the mount that's bent, that could be replaced. Use Tri-X in the MDCO. I still have 2 rolls of Oro NC500. I need to figure out what to shoot with. And I think they have another color stock out for 16 millimeter as well. Yes, I talked to Daniel Whitner yesterday, or 2 days ago. And he's going to send me, I think this coming week, he's going to send me some brand spanking newly released that he's hoping is going to work. I'm going to mess with it. Some Wolfen 200 color stock in 16 millimeter. That we're going to shoot a roll here. You know, we're going to shoot something, my wife and I, and then I'm going to develop it and scan it. And then we're going to shoot another roll, and we're going to send it off to a professional lab to have processed and 4K scanned. And then we're going to do another video, and we're going to compare the results. So I'm keeping the Kringers frost on that one as well. I've swapped lens bayonet mounts many times. Works great if screws aren't frozen stuck. Okay, thank you, Mike. Yeah, I would just get another cheapo lens with that same mount and swap those mounts out. I have a question about the Canon 310 XL and Bright Days. The light red switch on top. You pull that up when you use an ND filter on the camera. You talking about the filter switch, Jim? I've used mine once, I think. It just doesn't work right. I don't think you need it when you're using an ND filter doesn't correct you know that doesn't correct the color balance. The light, it doesn't, you know, it doesn't fix the white balance. I don't know what the red switch is. I'd have to look. Is that the switch for the 85 filter? Needle nose pliers to try to bend the mount flanges back into shape. Oh, that could be an option too. Do we know yet what type of gig the Orwo film is? There were some rumors a while ago that they were insolvency. You know, I'm not positive yet, Nick. I don't know. He seems even a little unsure how well this film's going to work out, and I think that's why he wants to send a couple rolls to a few people and to test. So we'll find out. Okay, Jim. Speaking of Jim, because we're already 43 minutes in, are you guys seeing me now? Okay, did it clear up at all? Did we get? It looks like it might be better now. Did we clear up the picture? I don't know. I don't know what that is, Jim. Is Matthew here? What is that red button on top of the 310? I don't know. It's clear. Okay, good. I don't know. Okay, is everything looking good and sounding good? Okay, good. That's good. So speaking of Jim Cahill, Jim sent me, he's just a good dude. I don't want to admit it in front of him, but he's a good dude. Yeah, I do. He's a good guy. Look what he sent me. Just to send. Because he knows I love these cameras. And I don't have, I have the 150, but I don't have the 160. And I wanted the 160 because this one will do 24 frames per second. And it has the zoom lever on the back as well. The 150 doesn't have that. And he sent this camera to me. And I'm grateful to Jim. So thank you, Jim. Thank you kindly. And he sent all kinds of goodies with it too. It's got the titler, you know, the clip-on filter holder and all the good stuff with it. Yeah, I'll definitely use it. I want to do another one roll of film, whole bunch of camera tests. This is going to be a big part of it. I do have a question that I'm... Oh, and he sent me some other stuff too. A lot of other stuff. Sent me a roll of 8mm film. Do you know what's on this, Jim? Because I don't yet. I haven't scanned it. It's just a film, you know, a family's film. I love the look of them, Super Cine. The Last House on Dead End of the Street. Did they show one of those in that movie? Manual. Red tab is labeled exposure control plate. Yeah, I don't know. So, oh, woo. He sent this. Just all kinds of goodies, like little knickknacks from the camera itself. Oh, and a base plate that he didn't really have to do. Thank you, Jim. I put it in this. It actually fits in this thing perfectly. That you sent me. Shoulder straps. A Chinon battery light. Look at this light. And then I have no idea what this is. Well, I know what this is, right? This is plug. Oh, some plugs. Yes, some plugs. What is this? I can only assume it goes with a projector, maybe, or maybe not. Jim, what is this? Do you know? Do you have any idea what this is? Let me give you a close-up, guys. It's Bolex. It didn't turn that on. Hold on. Oops. It's not going to focus because this camera just doesn't like to focus, but that says Bolex right in the middle. And then this dial rotates. Yeah, it looks like medical. And then it has this big plug, like a big phono plug on the end. And then there's a threaded thumb screw here where you can twist right there on top. Electric shaver. Came with a bunch of Bolex stuff, and I have no idea what it is. I was hoping you... I don't have any clue. I tried. I did a few searches. I'll dig deeper, but I don't have any idea. There's not a model number anywhere on it. No idea. But I'll find out. I like stuff like this. A mic mixer. I don't know, maybe intervalometer? I've never seen a plug like that. I mean, I've seen a plug like that, but not for the camera. We'll figure it out. But thank you, Jim. And that'll be fun experimenting with, just trying to figure it out. Wonder if it goes on the side of a motor. For like the intervalometer, like you're saying. I don't know, maybe. It could be. Could be. We'll find out at some point. So that's, and then he sent me a bunch of fun play film too. Just, it's Kodachrome. He just, he knows I'll experiment with it. And, oh, I want to show you the last thing he sent with it all. Everybody needs a gym in their lives. I'm not kidding you. I happen to have several, thankfully. Thank you, guys. Look at this. Look at this light. These were used on the tops of those Bolex cameras. You guys remember these? You could cook with them. Oh, they got so hot. They slide into the side, the little side socket of the camera, I believe. Space gun, yeah. It's a tape film synchro. I don't know. It could be. Walrus, a flux capacitor. The manual describes using the pull tab when using an ND4 filter in bright conditions with 160 plus ISO film, but the description is not super clear or obvious. Huh. Yeah, you remember these, Katie? These things are beasts. Now, I haven't plugged it in and tested it because I don't have sunglasses. Oh, these things are amazing. They're so bright. Well, yeah. That's where Jim Cahill's at, Arizona. And it gets hot there. So, thank you, Jim. I really appreciate all this. I do. You always take good care of me. A lot of you do. I'll get some fun use out of that. This will be good. This would have been good during my, my Bolex 150 review. I think I did a 150 review. Speaking of that, I wanted to revisit something that I shot almost 5 years ago. I wanted to show you guys something. I'm going to show you a couple films, but for right now, I want to show you a film that I shot almost 5 years ago. Oh, I got some new Tri-X, by the way, new to me. Look at that, regular 8. I'll be having fun with that. Let me find it. So I talked earlier about shooting one roll of film with 10 different Super 8 cameras. It was fun. It was a long day, but I did it the first time. Then I did 15 cameras, then I did 20 cameras, and it got ridiculous. 10 was the sweet spot. And that was the most funnest one. So I want to show you guys, I have since rescanned it with my better scanner. And kind of did a quick grade across the entire thing, and I left absolutely everything in it this time. It's not cut, it's not anything. I think it's even got the sprocket hole in it, like a lot of you like. So I wanted to revisit it since it's been almost 5 years in March. But I want to show you my 10 camera experiment. Now I did it in my backyard, and I used Vision 3 50D. And each time I had a clipboard with a white piece of paper, and I would set it down on the table, and I would film that for a few seconds, and then move it, and then film what was behind it. And then I would back the camera out, the focal length, and I would film again for 5 seconds or whatever. So each camera had the card, a close-up, and then a wide shot. Then the next camera, then the next camera. So if you look close, you can kind of read the name of the camera that's shooting that footage. And one of the cameras you're going to see is Kodacam 40. I'm not going to tell you which one it is, but you'll know why, because it grossly overexposes film. Perfs are us. Oh, yes. Yes, use blue tape. That's right, Katie. I don't even like taping up my magazines or cameras. It peels everything off of there. I know people do that, but... All right. I like black electrical tape. It just leaves a residue a lot of times. All right, I want to show you guys this. This is, again, we're revisiting. Those lights are great for snow removal. Mounted to the front of your snow truck. I've not stabilized it, so the perforation moves up and down a little bit. It's, you know, I didn't run it through any stabilization software. So here it is, 10 cameras revisited from 5 years ago. Let's get after it. I'll be the music. Now, some of them I know you weren't able to read, and I wanted just weird colors. So I figured a green broom, WD-40 with red, blue, and yellow, and then a orange or reddish colored drill pretty much covers the whole array. You're right, Rich. That's it. The 132p XL. It was a fun experiment, though. It really was. And I will say that the last third is using the leftover film in my Canon 814 Auto Zoom Electronic. They're a pain, Jim. I know you've done them too. Overexposed. There's the old Bolex 150. I really love the look of that camera right there. No Bentley. You know, Jeffrey, I used the Bentley in one of the other ones. I used the Bentley, can't remember, the 720, the BL 720 or B something 720, and boy, did it come out awful. That Bolex footage was one of my favorites. There's the good old Elmo. Elmo, you can always tell those Elmos with that little half moon notch down there in the bottom left corner of the frame. I was so impressed with the this was, I just love this camera. I need to fix it. It runs fantastic, but this is my Canon 814 Auto Zoom Electronic. it just the rubber piece inside that makes contact with your manual exposure is worn out, and I need to take that out and replace it or make a new one or something. It's a little bit of, it's some surgery, but can you play the Bolex again? I missed it. Yeah, yeah, give me 1 second, Jim, and I'll go back to it. It stutters for a second at the very beginning of the Bolex one, but I will I'll find it for you. I can't remember what number it was. All right, let's go back to the Bolex. Let's see. I'm going to fast forward. That is not it. I think it's next. You'll know the Bolex because it does stutter the footage at the beginning. Right there. This is it right here, Jim. I just enjoy you know, I'm going through and rescanning all of the films that I have shot and developed and found films and everything. And it's a labor of love. It's taken forever. I've done maybe 150 of them, something like that. I have hundreds of them I have to get through. And as I get through them and I revisit them, I kind of want to bring them back to the forefront if I can, because a lot of my early ones were just scanned with, you know, the 720p Wolverine scanners and whatnot. And so I want to start revisiting some of the older stuff, films that I have shot. Yeah, Jim, those Bolex camera, at least the 150 that I've used, whew, primo. So lens difference makes a bigger impact than, you know, it does, Mike. And I got to tell you, you know what else is a kind of a neat impact is the width or the size of the frame. I know it's minute, but when we're dealing with Super 8 anyway, and we have such a tiny, tiny frame, if you can get another 1/4 of a millimeter or 1/2 millimeter or a millimeter or whatever it is of width out of your frame, I mean, that's a win. And I noticed one of those cameras, I believe it was the 814 auto zoom, not the electronic. I used to have just the 814 auto zoom as well, and I may still have it somewhere. I don't know. I have so many, but it was a lot wider than a lot of those other cameras. And you're right, lens, I think, is probably the biggest factor. But those gates, just a tiny bit more on the non-perforation side makes quite a difference. Not so much if you're doing narrative stuff and you don't want to be, look at me, here's the perforation, and you just want to show the movie for what it is. I mean, there's not much you can do on the perforation side. But when we open that up almost to just like a micrometer, I know that's not a term of measurement, but on this end, I mean, that makes a difference. It is. Oh, those cameras are amazing, Jim. And Jim Cahill's always told me that the Canon 814 auto zoom is just one of the best cameras ever made, and there's just no way I can disagree with that. It's phenomenal. Let me, you know, I want to show this. We're not going to watch the whole thing, but I want to see if I can, I think it's the third. You guys look at the right side where you can see the frame edge. And then once we get to, I think it's the third camera, it's not far, you'll see it open up a little bit. Maybe I'll try to pause it. It might be the next one. No, is that it? Or maybe that is it. It's just a tiny, tiniest bit wider. I'm going to pause it. That's a little bit wider than the previous ones. I know I'm not going to see there. Boom. Boom. It's just, I mean, it's enough to make a little bit of a difference, I think. Especially if you're going for a 16:9 crop, and I know you're going to lose a lot of it. But if you do want to go for a 16:9 crop, I mean, you're going to lose a lot less if you get a little bit more width out of your film. Jeffrey says, Mike, that thing is a Paylord Bolex winding handle and fader. This accessory is used with vintage Bolex H16 and H8 spring-wound 16mm move. What? The Elmo looked terrific and looked wider. The Elmo is beautiful. So, winding handle and fader. How does that work? Jeffrey, I know, but where does it plug in? You know what? You guys got to give me 1 second. 16 by, here's 16 by 9 crop. I wonder if I can copy and paste. Winding handle and fader. Hold on. Everybody hold on. Hold on to your horsies. Still 37 people in here. That didn't work. Okay. You said winding handle. I got to see what you're talking about. I've seen the Rexo fader. Does it work with that Rexo fader thing? Which I have had those. I don't think I have one currently. Wow, why am I not finding it? Like, I sent you the 160 owner's manual. I think it claims those cameras can do crossfades. Can they do crossfades? Well, you got to have auto expose or manual exposure for that. Well, I'm gonna know when I read the manual. Wonder if it's possible to get the zero anamorphic adapter onto the front of a Super 8 camera. I want to say somebody has tried that, Nick. I thought somebody tried that, but I don't know. That's a great question. Those lenses are pretty awesome. No wonder my retina says stop in the window. Those are going to be the most perfect images I've shot. Can you explain how film gets damaged during exposure on a good camera, what it looks like, and how you restore them if you could? What do you mean gets damaged in a good camera, Jason? I don't know how it gets damaged during exposure. You mean like over or under exposed? And then you obviously had to you'll have to fix that in post with, gain and your level adjustments, That's what I typically do anyway. Depends on the film too. There's different films handle post work totally different than others. If you're shooting like Vision stocks, they handle, a little bit of over and under really well. I shouldn't say a little, they handle a lot. Mainly over. You have one of those, Mike. The Rexo fader, I've had those before. You took a screenshot and AI identify. Fred's references. The 1978 recording sessions at Shepperton Studio for The Who suffered a lot of damaged frames. I wonder if that was done in the camera, though. That may have been done after the fact. That's my guess. Finally caught a... Hey, how are you? Seraphin. We'll call you Seraphin. Finally caught alive. Just coming home from Ormond Beach. Oh, you're not far from me. Woohoo! Thanks for being here. Are you just visiting in Ormond? Oh, by the way, don't be surprised. By the way, I grew up in Ormond. By the way, don't be surprised a bit. Tape I used at the end of the footage. The hardest part of loading is getting the take-up spool to catch. Yeah, and you're exposing all the way to the very, very end, which I guess is good, but I always make a tiny little cut on each end of the film when I'm loading it to help it thread in. Just a little, you'll see on your negatives. And sometimes that's part of the frame, so you're getting your money's worth. You're going all the way to the frame. Jason says, for example, yeah, I feel like those damaged frames are, well, and it could be motor issue. You know, these old Super 8 cameras, even though they're really good cameras, these motors don't run at constant speeds. The pull-down claw sometimes might miss a perforation one time, so it gets double exposed. The motors could slow down just long enough to overexpose one frame. There's little things that can also happen in perfectly good cameras that can cause damage or overexpose, underexpose to a single frame during filming as well. It's not an exact perfect size. Should be, because it's mechanical, but sometimes little things can happen. It misses a perf. Boom, that claw misses a perf, and then boom, that frame's messed up. You don't waste, you pay good money. I have Rexo faders. I mean, I think I have one of those that Jim sent you. It looked bigger here in the stream than the one I have. You know, we're going to revisit it because it has really got me perplexed. I just don't know what it is. It almost like a dictaphone, you know, one of those things you talk into, but it's not. I want to see if somebody can, here, screenshot this and then look it up. I'll even put this, I'll use this camera here. Maybe somebody can, let me get my ugly mug out of the frame. There, maybe you can, I'm trying to get it to focus. Can somebody screenshot that and try to? Yeah, if you look, Mike, I mean, compared to my hand, it's, you know, it's almost like a, well, I don't know. I don't know what it is. It is so cool. And it's got a 0. So let me tell you this too. It's got a 0 here. And then when you go all the way around to the 1. And then that little symbol there looks like a fast forward or rewind. See the little symbol there? That's like the little fast forward symbol. And then this dial is what rotates you all the way around. Your guess is at least 3 times as good as mine. I don't think I sent him a Rexo, but maybe just never use that camera. No. You didn't, but Rexo fader won't work on those, obviously. It'll work on the H cameras, but I have had Rexo faders. I've had so many Bolex H series cameras in my life, maybe 100. Maybe not quite 100, but I've had a ton of them. I used to buy and sell them. You know, but no, I haven't had 100, maybe 40 or 50, but, and I've had just about every accessory you could imagine. I had an entire H16 Rex 5 magazines, all the motors, the sync motors, you know, everything. I wish I'd have kept some of it, but I ended up selling almost everything. Now I just have my Rex 1 that I use, and I need to upgrade that. It's in absolutely mint condition. And I need some RX lenses. So if you're selling any RX lenses for cheap and you want to cheap them for charity, I don't think I've seen them. No, yeah. So do you have one of those, Mike, or no? One of these? I still think it's a mic mixer for Bolex Pro 16 millimeter. Ooh, you might be right, Jim. I forgot about the Bolex Pro. I always wanted one of those, even though they're really big and clunky, and I heard they're not very reliable. I just want one because I think they're neat looking, but they come up every now and then. Dave says, Search is saying it's a rheostat or speed control unit used to vary the motor speed of cameras like the Bolex H16. You know, that very well could be. And I have a feeling maybe this goes into a motor, but could that they have those MST motors, I think they were called. You do have one, Mike. All right, well, you got to research and tell me. Possibly get the zoom lens RX H8 lens. Yeah, I wish I had. I need to get a couple RX lenses. I was looking at them today. Oh my gosh, they're ridiculous. You got it with a bunch of Bolex assorted things. Yeah. Just thought is for a slide projector. The dial is for slide change and the button is to change straight away. Yeah, but there's no button. There's no button on it, Super Cine. And what would this be for, I wonder? Something mounts right here. There's even a slot. Can you guys see the slot? This is like a slot where something sits on there. This screws into the bottom of it, right there. See there? That's turning. And then it's facing you. This is now facing you. And there's something here. Something here. Okay. And then you turn this. I mean, maybe a slide deal. Maybe. Maybe a projector. Maybe it's for speed, adjusting the speed of a movie projector. To me, when my first thought was it was for a movie projector. Like Dave is saying. Like Dave Knopp was saying. I mean, that would make sense. A rheostat for probably like, maybe not for the motor of the camera, but maybe for a projector. A speed selector. Well, I thought that too at first, Katie, but that's too big for a standard tripod. I think that's 3/8, not 1/4 20. Now, I know that there is such thing as a 3/8, tripod mount for bigger cameras and whatnot, but I don't think that is what that's for. I can tell you one thing. Whoa, settle down. We're going to find out what it is. I think you're right. It's probably for a projector. That's my guess. I'm still perplexed at what goes on here, like what screws onto there. The other lenses will work, radios. I know somebody was mentioning that. They will work. They were just, it's all about the aberration. It's all about the kind of a little bit of a flare and a little bit of light loss. So I have a reflex, a Bolex Rex 1 H16, and I have not once used an RX lens on it, and I've shot with it a lot. Oh, they didn't make slide equipment. All right, Jeffrey, thank you. Okay, Dave Knopp. Wait, if we get it right, do we win an Elmo Album 3600? Shh, Dave's in the chat right now. Whew. I think we will, Mike. I think we'll have an answer by then. I thought the mount was a button. Could it be a dimmer for a lamp? It could be. It could be. What's the 0 to 1, I wonder? All right, Dave Knopp says, I think it is for correct slight speed drift, sync sound on sound projectors, and smooth startup or rewind speed. You know, that could be exactly what it's for. The only thing it says on the bottom is made in Switzerland, which we already knew. There's no other markings. It just says Bolex Paillard. Nothing. I mean, I could take the screws out and look inside. You know, it just pulls apart. It's just 3 screws. Should I take these out? I can't get the R8 to focus at all. 1/4-inch phono plug, so probably for motor control. Yeah. Is that an audio jack on the end? Yeah, it's only got the one band. What I can't remember what they call that. Some of you audiophiles probably know better than me. It's not got the 2 or the 3. It's just the one black band. Is that for mono sound or something like that? I can't remember. The Bolex part is what's getting me. It's a Bolex product. So, early ping pong game. Who remembers Pong? Bong. Bong, bong. Yes, I did play Pong. No numbers or letters at all, Mike. I cannot find anything on it. No model number, no nothing. Nothing on the plug. And it's one of these beastly wires. They did not mess around. This is a beastly wire for it. It's this thing is puzzling me though. Like, what is that screw for? And it's not going to come apart easy, is it? Because of that screw in there. Mono, yeah, the mono plug. Okay. Ain't broke, don't fix it. I know. One of Jimi Hendrix's lost guitar effects pedals. Excuse me. While I kiss the sky. No numbers or letters at all. Plug it into a Marshall stack and see what happens. My oldest daughter has a little amp for her electric guitar. So is that what we do? We plug it in and just see what happens? Just turn this. That doesn't move, right? Like, what is the red? And you know what else? Well, you would think that that this would turn, but it doesn't, because it's not Marshall stack. He did use an 814. The non-RX Sony lens worked on the H16, but not the H8. I fiddled with the diopter. Oh, it doesn't work. Okay. So this is interesting. So this little red thing here, it's just a little, I guess it just marks something like the start. You would think it's not really in line with the 1 or the 0. Come on, focus, focus. So when you turn this, you can see the little point right there. Can you see the little pointer on this piece right here? It's got a little point. It's pointing kind of in between the red thing and the 0. And as I twist it, it goes from all the way back around to almost hitting this red thing, but it doesn't quite make it. See, it stops right there, which doesn't make any sense. Seems like it should. You know what I'm going to do? This should be part of one of those, you know, where those escape rooms, you got to figure this out first before you can escape. Bowie used a 1218. Is it part of a titler? I don't know. I mean, could be. I guess it could be part of anything. I'm going to figure it out. Somebody's going to figure it out with me, right? You guys are going to help me? We got to figure that part out. You guys want to see something else I got? It's not, this is, don't let the case fool you. That's not what this is. But I do like this little box. The Pony 2 camera from Kodak. And it was $26.75 at Howard's Rexall in Farmington, Maine. Farmington, Maine. Check that out. Look at that price. $26.75. I'm going to go with 19, probably 73, 74. I don't know, maybe. So this is just some Super 8 films that were in here. So I got these on eBay. And I got them because they were cheap. I got like $7. I got all 9 films. But then I was looking, they're kind of cool. They say it's from Farmington, Maine. I don't know if anybody here is from Maine. But I'd love to go see Maine. I want to go get a real good Maine lobster. Cousin's Maine lobster is going to be here in 2 days. But these were shots, at least I got one I'm going to show you guys. We're going to go through these in the next 9 live streams. But because we do that. But they're kind of interesting. This says September 30th, 75, Stratton, prepare for parade. Now, I will say this. It's not Kodak film that I don't think this is Kodak film. Probably AGFA. But it's turned blue. And I did my best, but it's blue. So there's what it says. This is my garble. But that says September 30th, 75, Stratton, and then it says prepare for parade. So I was, excited about that because I love parade footage. So I did, this is Super 8, 1975. And then the next one says September 30th, 75, Stratton. I don't know what Stratton means. Is there a Stratton, Maine? And then it says Arnold Parade number 1 or Arnold Parade 1. This is the next one in line. So you're going to want to catch the live stream next Sunday because we're going to show this one. Can you guys see that? Yeah. So bottom says Arnold Parade 1. Now, I know you guys like to do quick research for me. I don't know what Arnold Parade is. I don't know what Stratton is, unless that's a family name or something like that. But do you trust a 35-year-old spare? No. Maybe to get to the next spare, I would maybe trust it to get to the gas station, So here's what we got. We're going to show this. Now, I'm warning you guys, it's very blue. There is some color. I did my best. You should have seen it before I actually took some of the blue out. It's a ski area in Vermont. Yay, parades. I know you film those. Old radios. Bolex Double Super 8 has a turret, but only one of the mounts will use a C mount. It has a little adapter in it. Not Double Super 8. That's the DS8, right? Yeah. Or maybe it is the Double Super 8. Part of a cooker. It may be the Bolex crock pot. Blue da-ba-doo, da-ba-doo, da-ba-dee, da-ba-doo. Okay. You have skied there. Well, I don't know if that's where this is at. You'll notice there's a name on the side of the old pickup truck. Anyway, I don't want to get too much into this. Now, I did dumb this down to 1080 for the stream because sometimes 1080 just plays better than does 4K like I showed you a minute ago. Although that seemed to play okay. By the way, before we play it, there is a Stratton in Maine. Maybe that's where it's at. Oh, it is Double Super 8. Okay. Am I still coming in? Am I buffering? Or is everything matching? Is everything coming through okay for you guys? Please let me know, and then I want to show you this film. This is 3.9. I label some of these just so I know what they are. Streaming is good. There it is, Nop Top in the house. All right, let's see this. This is old school, 1975. That is 51 years ago. Stratton, Maine, Franklin County, all good, just fine. All right, get your popcorn. Let's watch a 51-year-old film preparing for the parade. Whoop, restart. Is that the beginning? Yeah. Hold on, guys. I think I messed that up. Oh, you can kind of see it. There we go. That's the beginning. Very blue. And that's the camera buzzing up and down, by the way. It's not registering very well, but it gets better. That says L.E. Vining Contractors. And that did say Farmington. And they're building, looks like a little chapel or something on there. I don't know. Good old square body. Yep, absolutely. I love those. Doesn't that look like a little chapel or something, right? A church, maybe? Preserve something or something. I believe that construction company that's attached to the side of that pickup truck is still active today. A contractor in Farmington named E. W. Vining. Church Parade Float Historical Society, maybe. Yeah, I think it is a church. It definitely says something historical. Ooh, that radiator's going to suffer, isn't it? Yes, Mike, I remember. There it is, Dana. Thank you. Yep. I thought they were still active to this day. I'm sure new family members, but look at that thing. I tell you, there are some churches that are just like marvels of architecture. Look at that mail truck. Wow. Farmington Historical Society. Used to seeing films go pink with age. Blue is different. What is, I don't know. It just says safety film. You'll see it flashing on the side. I honestly don't know what this stock is. Yeah, that was my first guess was AGFA, but I don't know. It does not identify the stock. It simply says safety film. That's what it says. I've checked it slow. I will be digging through the others as well, and maybe we'll get a better understanding later. But I'm hoping we're going to be able to see the parade in future films because I have 9 of them. No smartphones. I know. Yeah, they may have, Butch. so that's what we have, and I got to tell you, you know what I'm going to do really quick? Let's go through because we're going to do one a week. We're going to do one a week. Yeah, I thought maybe AGFA when I first saw it. So we have, and I got them kind of, I don't know the order, but I put them in as good as I could that I want to scan them. So this one says September 30th, 1975, Stratton Arnold Parade 1. And then this one says, it's hard, it's been kind of smeared, but it says 75, but then it says June. So maybe that one should have been first. And then this one says, it says June 75, but I can't read anything else. Whoop, didn't turn that back on. I can't read anything else. See, the top got all smeared from something right there. So I don't know what that one says. This one says 1975 July 4 parade. I guess they're not in order. This one says 7/4 of 75 parade. This one says 7 of 74, and it just says York. Anybody know York? Don't know York. Maybe I'm doing them backwards. I think I was supposed to go from the other side. This one, you can't really make out what it says. Tricky. Tricky, that one. Or if I were a Brit, I would say, tricky that. I love the way they talk. British people. York 2. Now I'm waiting for York Peppermint Patty. There's York 2. And then I'll just leave that camera on because this is York 3. October of 74, York 3. Wait, no, that's York 2. Wait, I thought it said 3. So we have 2 York 2s. I don't know. We'll find out. York, PA? I don't know. York, UK. York may have been a developing company. Oh. Well, we're going to find out. What I'm going to do, I think, now that I see I didn't have any real semblance of order. So next week, we're going to show this one. And I think I did them backwards, but that's okay. Next week, we're going to show this one. And this is that Arnold Parade. I know you can't see it, but it says September 30th, 75, Stratton, Arnold Parade 1. I don't know if there's an Arnold Parade 2. All I know is we prepared for the Arnold Parade. So I guess I could just scan them all first and find out. But I don't see any more that say that date of 75. So kind of neat. York, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania. Excuse me. What do you got going on here, Lyle? What is that? What are those, Lyle? Did you send me you sent me a thing? Farmington, Maine to Stratton, Vermont is 263 miles. So maybe we'll see in the film. I'm being honest, I haven't scanned any of them other than that first one. So even I don't know what they are. But I feel like we'll find out. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, Lyle, that's your first C41. Looks like they're a little dense on the bottom, but it looks like the top ones look fantastic. So Lyle just sent me this, some of his very first attempts. Oh yeah, I love seeing that when you guys start doing your own films. That's amazing. But you'll get images out of those bottom ones. Did you try scanning them yet, Lyle? And what are you going to scan them with? You can use DSLR, you can use a flatbed, there's all kinds of good ways. You could use your cell phone. Don't know what happened. Well, the top part looks good, right? I mean, the top ones look good. They look fine. What did you use? Your cell phone? Wish I had the right tools to try. Well, doing still film's not that difficult. You could do it, radios. I know you could. I know you could. I believe. I believe in you. I believe you could do it. All right, what else did I want to tell you guys? I'm currently editing. I'm excited. And some major hand holding. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, y'all. And it don't stop. Remember that? I shot my Wolfen. I shot my last roll of Wolfen 200. I think I told you guys. But I just shot a complete, it's going to be a little lengthy, but a complete standalone YouTube review video of that camera. And I'm editing it right now. Well, not right now because I'm live streaming, but I am currently in the process of editing that video. And that video goes up February 19th. That's a Thursday. But the Friday before that, this coming Friday the 13th, will be the behind the scenes of all that shooting that video for the members. So look for that. Look for the Friday the 13th members only behind the scenes video of the Canon 12-18 that Nicole and I, my wife and I, shot. I don't want to give anything away, but we both had one of these microphones on. And by the way, it's sound. I shot it to try to sync sound with that camera into these microphones. So Nicole and I both had one of these on. And I turned my phone around. I said, get in here. We're going to slate so we can match both of our mics. And I said, just smack. I'll give you one guess at what she smacked. That's all I'm going to say. When is the member stream? The member stream is Thursday, February 26th. Thursday, February 26th. I am going to try Where did I put it? Oh, I'm going to try this cable again because I've had a few people tell me I need to unspool it. I am going to try this again. If I can get it to work, I'm going to take this camera. I'm going to take it in there to that kitchen. And I'm going to keep this camera right here. And we're going to develop an entire roll of film. Might take us a while. We're going to do it live in there. Now you have to remember, members, I'm not going to be able to see you guys, so I can't answer questions. I'll have to keep running back and forth, which I can do. It'll probably do me some good anyway. But I'll run back and forth. C41 is very picky about temperature. Yeah, Lyle, you got to be, okay, wait, did I have them on the roller wrong? Not enough chemicals. Did you shoot them all the same? Is that all one roll? Like, how is that? It looks like different rolls, Lyle. Yeah, Cecil, it's not. You're right. It's easy. Probably not too long, Dana. She does it all the time. Yes, Katie is right. You got to be careful with the temps on C41. Typically, it's not going to really densify your film that much if you keep the times the same, but she's right with the temperature. You do have to keep it pretty consistent. So that's all the same roll. So are you positive that you didn't underexpose some of it? No. Let me look at that again. Well, yeah, because it looks like towards the end. So it kind of almost looks like towards the end of. Okay, towards the end of this one. See it over here? So you're good, you're good, you're good, you're good. Then towards the end over here, it starts densifying there. It starts getting real dense on this end. And then you just totally lost it. This is all, you did all this in one go though, right? Is this just one roll of film? That's a 36 exposure roll, right? That you developed all at once. If that's the case, then it has to be exposure issue, I would think. If I know it's the same roll, but did you develop the whole roll at once? You didn't cut it, right? Yes, I will forward for you, Dana. Yes, I will take care of that right after this is over. 40 exposures. If you don't use your phone as a timer, use it to scroll remarks during the live stream. Oh yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I'll just, and my wife has a different, yeah, but she's not, yeah, I can't. Well, maybe with my phone I can. Let me see if I can even pull it up on my phone right now, the stream. I don't know if I'm going to be able to because I'm not streaming from my phone. If you don't use your phone as a timer, use it to scroll. Because I'm not a member of my own channel. It's weird, but I don't think I can actually pull up the live stream on my phone if it's a member stream. I don't think that I can. Wait. But how do I have it up here? It's funny. I'm looking at YouTube right now on my laptop, and it's showing the 10 cameras film. So it's really behind. Whew. All right, now I got it back to where it's supposed to be. I guess I'll buy a tank maybe today. Get one. Piper's iPad, yeah. I can't imagine flashed film. Roll after did the same. Yes, not cut. The roll after, if the roll after it did the same and you didn't do anything different, I'm stumped, Lyle. I don't know why of the exact same role would be good, but the second half of it is bad if it wasn't a camera issue. That's really perplexing. Should be able to watch your stream on your phone, even if not a member. So, hold on. Let me see if I can. Oh, let me tap it. Well, I can watch it, so I can see that. I can see our stream right now. Right there. That's live. Well, live-ish. Yeah, there I am pointing it, showing the camera. But if it's a members only stream, I wonder. I don't know if I can or not. Well, it's my channel, so maybe I can. Well, we're going to give it a shot. We'll make something work. I have another laptop too. Maybe that'll work. I can log in something. But anyway, we're an hour and 45 minutes in, and I am going to have to. I'll do this week and see what happens. Lyle, that's very interesting. I thought, yeah, it is very strange. Time to start thinking about that Filmboy backyard studio. I have a whole back porch right here. It's big back porch. It's covered, walled, windows, but a tree branch fell through it during the hurricane, and we never got it fixed. It's aluminum back porch, like the Florida homes have. And we just haven't done anything with it. It would be perfect for like a studio or something one of these days. I'd like to just build it in and make it part of the house, to be honest. Strange as well. Do another this week and see what happens. What chemicals are you using, Lyle? Is this a kit? Did you buy like one of those sitting still kits or something like that for it? Oh yeah, I got them right here. There's your comments thing. Stream. Buy a membership, you cheapskate. Florida room, like the song. All right, we're going to do this. Let's do one of these. We'll do two like we usually do. So here's the ones we've already used up. These are the cards. Papa Puns time. Whew. All right, Katie says 4 clubs. We need one more. Let me see if I have the 4 clubs in here. Yes, I do. That's Katie's. Give me one more card. The next one that I see is the card that we're going to use. Ooh. We need one more. 4 clubs I got from Katie. Jim Bricky says 8 of diamonds. Let's see if I have it. Yes, I do. All right. We're going to read, and you guys got to vote. Did Jim win or did Katie win? All right. Katie's first. You guys ready? How does a taco... Well, oh God. How does a taco say grace? How does a taco say grace? Let us pray. Let us pray. What do you mean Jim won? All right, that's Katie's. Let us. Like I had to let... Okay, I don't have to explain it to you guys. Yeah, that's a good one. All right, now what about Jim's? What do you call a factory that makes okay products? Nope, it's not the Filmboy24 factory. What do you call a factory that makes okay products? You call it a satisfactory. A satisfactory. You know, because it's just okay. All right, who won? Let us pray or satisfactory? Let us pray or satisfactory? What? I'm going to go with let us pray because that's punny. That's punny. That is funny. No. Lyle says number 2. That last one was slightly less painful. Charlie says Jim. I say R bucks one. Oof. Jim. All right, Jim's the winner. Jim, thank you again for sending that. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Dana, Angus, for doing this pass along Super 8. I think it's going to be so fun. I talked to Dave Knopp already. He's frozen solid up there in Ohio, but he's ready. No winner today. It's a tie. That's all I got. We are almost 2 hours deep. Wow. I bet she's going nuts in there. Awesome stream. Thank you, Jeffrey. We're going to be back Sunday for sure. Look Friday. Members only video coming Friday. Behind the scenes, me and Nicole being retarded goofballs out there in the backyard. Just having fun. We're shooting some sync sound. Not only did she man the camera, but she held the phone. We mainly can only see the camera, but while I was talking into the mic and getting all flustered. Haja, hey Bonnie. What did the alcoholic say to his wife? Be right back. Oh God, Charlie. Hit the like button on the way out, guys. I appreciate it. I really do. Good luck, radios. So much fun. Bye, Piper. You should use that Bolex for your pass around. Yeah. Oh, I might. Let me test it first, though. Guys, I love you all like family. Peace out. We'll see you next Sunday.